me down. Don't bring me down.
Yo, what is good, lads? We are back today with another episode of Thinking Formations, and this is episode 2, and we're moving on to the 4-4-1-1. Today we're going to be trying out a few silvers mixed in with a few golds. It's a sort of squad you could use in single matches, if you want to kind of cherry pick your opponents. But for me, personally, I tried doing that and I couldn't find any opponents, because it was just bullshit. Everyone just puts, like, you can proper put a bronze bench, and I just stuck with a normal bench. And you can put a bronze bench on and have like 50 rated attack, and then I went in the game and he had Ibrahimovic in front of us, just like whatever. So I just stuck with the cup games and the seasons games. But in there, moving on, probably got the best keeper in the game with Manuel Neuer. And something that makes him so good for me is his distribution. I'll see if I can find out some of the goals at the end. He must have got, that 2 assists. Absolute god at just kicking and throwing the ball into the opposition half. And well worth 75k in my eyes. He's the best keeper in the game, and with the glove trait ups his position in a bit, which just makes him even more of a god. Centre backs we're going to be using are just 2 absolute giants. We've got Kirchhoff and Matip, and they're both 6'5", that just makes them absolute giants. Matip's got medium high work rates, 74 pace, 78 defending and 79 heading, and I put the shadow card in what ups his pace and his defending. The same on Kirchhoff, who again is 6'5", so they're just absolute tanks. They win more or less everything in the air. Just they don't even need to jump. They're so fucking tall. Right back, we're going to be using someone from Schalke, and it's going to be Uchida. And he was average. Like, I never really noticed him. He never really done nothing too good. If I didn't notice him, couldn't do anything too bad. But he got an assist. Can't remember getting it with him, but we'll move on. Left back is from the BPL, and he's from Chelsea, just to not give away any other squads I might be building. And we're going to be using Ashley Cole. First time I've used him in this game. He's actually quite an absolute tank, because he seems like he's got great position. He's always in the right place at the right time. You don't notice that he's only got 76 pace. So I have the shadow card on him as well. Got 3 assists, got all round decent stats. He's got decent position stats in game, as I said. 82 defending and 80 passing, which is pretty incredible. Along with 78 dribbling and 71 heading, again isn't too shabby, and he only costs you about 9.6k. So I think that's the highest rated left back in the BPL. Left mid we're going to be using from Chelsea as well, and it's going to be Andreas Schürrle, and he's a bit of an animal, to put it quite blunt. I think he's probably better on left wing. He's got 82 shooting. He's better than most strikers in this game. 88 pace, 84 dribbling, 75 passing, and 68 heading, which again isn't too shabby. Medium work rates. He's 6 foot tall, 4-star skills, 4-star weak foot. Quite expensive at about 26k, but he got 3 goals and 3 assists for me in 11 games and was quite decent. Centre mid we're going to be using is not from Chelsea, but they're going to be silver. Both our centre mids are silver, and they're both from the same team. We're going to be using this guy who's just a god. I don't really know how to pronounce his name. And Mbio used to play for QPR and used to be a centre back last year. But this guy here finally scored a free kick. It took me about 150 games in to score my first free kick on this game, and he was the guy that scored it for me. Scored an insane finesse shot, which after the patch is just pretty insane to score the sort of finesse shot I scored. And the guy literally paused the game and rage quit straight after it went in. 76 pace, 78 dribbling, 74 shooting, 73 passing, 5-star weak foot and 4-star skills. Absolute tank. And partners up with Mbia, who's just a force to be reckoned with. 6'2", used to be a centre back, so he's just in there defending like a boss. He's like a CDM basically, and he's well worth 5.6k. And surprisingly, he's got a decent shot in him as well. Right mid, we're going to be using, the rest of the players are now from the Liga BBVA. And let me just put that in. Right mid we're going to be using is going to be Pedro. Was going to get his inform, but I thought I'd just go with this one because there's not much difference apart from his shooting goes up to 80, which then again that is quite a difference. But this guy, 5-star weak for 4-star skills, another one in the team with that. 11 games, 2 goals and 5 assists, which isn't too shabby for a right mid. Right mids in my team never normally do too much. I more predominantly play for the left hand side of my team for some reason, consciously not doing it. But he's quite a tank. He's got decent work rates as well. Centre forward, my first inform and the only inform in this team is Isco, and he's quite a decent player. As you can see, only scored 3 goals but 8 assists. He contributed in every game. That's 11 contributions in 11 games. And when you see this guy up top, we will be doing a player review on in the next few coming days. Is this guy 20 goals in 11 games? That's probably why Isco ain't been scoring that much. But let's move back onto Isco, talk about him a little bit. Like he's got his 9 dribbling shows. It's just he's quite a decent player just because he got 3 goals for me. Just it's just Jesse Rodriguez to call the line right. There weren't enough goals to be scored. I think Jesse Rodriguez scored 5 goals in a game for me, and he's quite decent. But I don't know, is he worth 77k? That's a different question. But I quite enjoyed him, and Jesse Rodriguez is probably the best silver striker on this game that I have used so far. He's just so good. I was playing against full gold teams. He was slamming them in against Joe Hart, against all the best keepers, and he's just an absolute tank with his 90 pace after with the Hunter card that I've got on him, in his 75 shooting and 85 dribbling. Just makes them all round just force to be reckoned with. He's always in the right spots at the right time. 6k a bit pricey, but yeah, he's definitely worth it. And this formation, so out there it says we played 11 games, but one of them, as soon as it started up, I think I was about 6 minutes in and the game disconnected and it just ended 0-0. I didn't get a loss or a win, but it counted on my thing. But I've actually only played 10 games basically, and I only lost the first game, which was just bullshit. The team I come up against, the guy had, as I said, Ibra and Falcao up front, and yeah, he kind of destroyed me. I think he only won 3-2 considering, but you know, so this formation's actually probably been the strongest one I've used so far. Seems a bit stronger than 4-4. I don't know. 4-4-2 and this are kind of on par. I'd probably give this an 8 out of 10 as well. So we're moving on to the 4-3-3s next time. Let's see how they kind of pan out. But yeah, 9 games out of 10 won with this, and I think 4-4-2 was 8 games out of 10 won. But I think they're kind of on par. Maybe 4-4-1's a bit better than, but we'll go with it. I think they're kind of on par. But yeah, that's going to be today's video, and I'll leave a few goals this time. I don't know what way you prefer it. Just let me know in the comments. And yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy the video, please do drop a like, so it helps out a lot. And if you're new around here and you like what you see, please do drop a sub. And I'm out. Safe.
And he really went for that, got his fist to it. Oh, volley! The goal's down! The attack's got to be.